What in the world is this Tesla K80 graphics card? What is going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Well, check these out. Community member The Traveler's Travels sent these over to me, and they look actually pretty brand spanking new, but actually these are several years old. And what are they? Because I'll be honest, it threw me for a loop when I opened these up more recently. So these are NVIDIA Tesla, that's right, Tesla, not related to the car company Tesla, K80 graphics cards. And they look more around, like the style looks more definitely around like the 10 series time period, like the 1080s and such, just based off of the look of them. I haven't done a ton of research on these. We can see right on the front that you have no interfaces to these, so that leads me to believe that these are more server or data center graphics cards. Now on the back side, it has it looks like a single 8-pin. It's got some holes here though, which I think are related to, we'll take a look at those in just a minute. No back plate here at all, but take a look. I don't know if you guys can see through here. I think I'm gonna shine it, yeah, like right here. You can actually see, I'm just going back and forth. The entire thing is a giant heat sink. There's no fans or anything on these. So that's another kind of hint to me with these as to what they are, just based off the fact of not having any video output and being giant, pretty much heat sinks. It looks like there's 1, 2, 3 heat sinks in here. That these are data center cards used to being in a server with high airflow running through them. But huge shout out to the Traveler's Travels for sending these over to me. We also have these brackets that came with these. I don't know if these are to like for supports inside of server cases or not. And then finally these cables. Now on the back side, it did have a single, looks like a single 8-pin, which it looks like this could go into there to like 2 8-pins, which is kind of weird. Why wouldn't we just plug in a normal 8-pin here? I'm not really sure, like a PCI or whatnot. But that being said, I don't have high expectations for these. He said that he couldn't get these mining. He wanted to send them over to me to tinker and play with. He said that they are older GPUs. So I'm like, hey, why not? This would be a lot of fun, especially right now with like GPU mining being extremely unprofitable, making maybe on a good day cents per day. I thought this would be just a lot of fun, getting back to just playing with graphics cards, seeing if we can get them to work and tinker with them. I do have a test rig over here that I'm going to set them up with. Nothing too crazy to it, but let's jump over to the computer, find out a little bit more about these GPUs, and then see if we can get these mining and just how well they perform. Special thanks to today's video sponsor, HIVEOS. Many of you guys know that I have been running a Bitcoin AI trading bot for the last several months. And well, I wanted to give you a quick update. So the one that I've been running and that I did a full-length video on that I'll link directly down below is the Bitcoin to Solana AI training bot. And unfortunately, it's down right now, down to about -7% profits. However, I have Bitcoin and Ethereum trading bots going back and forth, and I'm up over 11% on, look at all of these. All of these green ones are all different bots that I currently have running the Bitcoin Ethereum trading bot, and we're up well over 10%. I'll keep you guys updated in the near future. Back to the video. All right, so we're over here on the computer, and I'll be honest, let's just start out with Google. NVIDIA Tesla K80 graphics card. Let's find out a little bit more about these here. All right, NVIDIA Tesla K80, the world's most popular GPU. I wonder when this article was published. So lower data center costs boost performance. Okay, so I think we're in the right direction, thinking these are something related to server or data centers here. Dramatically lower data center costs by delivering exceptional performance with fewer, more powerful servers. Okay, it's engineered to boost throughput in real-world applications by 5 to 10x. Somebody in marketing absolutely wrote this. While also saving customers up to 50% of accelerated data center compared to CPU-only systems. Okay, so let's scroll down here, see if it gives us anything else more. 4,992 NVIDIA CUDA cores with dual GPU design. Okay, so it's got that. Oh, 24 gigabytes, really? Of GDDR5? That's awesome. I'm actually kind of glad it's not 6, so that's sweet. Okay, so it gives us a little bit of information. If we take a look over on Tech Power up here, this is the GK210X2 is what it's telling me. Well, it says X2 at the end, so it did talk about over here. Where was it? It said something about like dual GPU or something like that. What was I reading? Let's see here. Oh, here, dual GPU design. So that must be what that X2 part is. 2,496 cores times 2. Yeah, everything's times 2. Okay, got it. So the memory size is 12 gigabytes times 2. Okay. It is GDDR5 as we expect there. This thing is like wonky for sure. Let's scroll down here. So I guess this is the speeds for one of the GPU designs versus 2. I'm not sure. Your base clock is 562. Boost, which isn't really as important, 8 for what we're doing right now, 824, and memory is 1253. And then it's got, okay, 12 gigabytes here. Okay. So these are the stats for one of the 2 GPU with these dies designed. So this is the back side of it. So this makes me believe, based off of this layout, that there's actually 2 GPU dies in here that you would see if we were to take off the heat sinks. And here is what that is, the GK210. Interesting. I don't think I've ever had a GPU like this before. TDP is 300 watts, so it does use quite a bit. Suggested PSU 700, so we're good in that regard. So that gives us a little bit more information on this unit, which is good. Well, let's plug this into HIVEOS and see what we can figure out. All right, so I think we're just going to do one of these to get started, just to see how this works out. So we'll start with one here, getting this plugged in. I'm going to try just a normal PCI cable here. It looks just like a normal 8-pin PCI cable. So we'll see if this works. It looks like a very odd design. So I'm just hoping there's not anything special about the power cable. I did see, you know, this was that cable that we talked about earlier with the 8-pin to the dual. So I don't know if we're going to use this or need it. I guess we'll find out. All right, we're all plugged in. Let's get our button on our power supply. We're just running, this is an EVGA 650, but I'm not worried about it. Our little power button here. Let's give it a whirl. Huh, I heard a click, but nothing. The Ethernet port down here has a light on it. I swear I just tested this rig. Let's turn it off, unplug. Let me just make sure my rig actually boots. Okay, it boots. So it's something to do with this guy. Let's do some Googling, see if we can find out some more. All right, back to Google we go. How to power Tesla K80. Okay, how to power port on Tesla. What is this here? Being a dual slot card, the NVIDIA Tesla K80 draws power from one 8-pin power connector. Oh, that's what we saw there. With the power draw of 300 watts. Wow, 300 watts over just that. This device doesn't have display. Okay. So it sounds like we may need to... Just trying to see. Let me put like GPU after this. See if that gives us any more. How much power can it... Okay, so it seems like we're definitely going to need that adapter. Let me see if we can just plug in like 2 PCI cables into that adapter real quick. All right, let's try this again. We're going to use this adapter. Let's get this plugged in the graphics card first. And then let's plug in 2 8-pins. So I have one right here that we'll try out. And I have another one down here. Let me get this one plugged in. All right, moment of truth here. Let's try it again. Heck yeah. Looks like our rig powered on. I guess that's all it was. What a weird configuration. So showing you guys on this other card here, the back side of this just has, there we go. Focus for me. No, you don't want to. You don't like me today. There's that 8-pin right there. Yep. And then I just plugged into the back of it, and it just looks just like this here. All right, let's jump over to HIVEOS, see if this thing even shows up and even works. All right, so we're over in HIVEOS. I got my test bench up and running. It shows the GK210GL Tesla K80. So it kind of reads it, but it's saying malfunction. Now, a lot of the times I've seen this before in the past when the NVIDIA driver is outdated. However, we're like 535, so let's go into the shell here, because I think we're good regarding, like, I doubt I need a newer driver for this. Let me do this. Let me load up Google here, NVIDIA Tesla K80 driver. I'm very curious. Oh wow, look how far back that is, like 390. So like that, maybe we need an older driver then. So here's one, 390, but that's for Windows. Let's go to drivers. I'm just curious. Data center Tesla. Is there a K series in here? K series, K80. Now, we don't really want Windows 10. We're kind of looking for like Linux. I mean, I'm just hoping I don't need to upload a separate driver to HIVEOS. Let's look here. Okay, so the latest Tesla driver. It's so weird saying Tesla like with GPUs and drivers for Linux is 440.95.01. So I wonder if we try to force this driver version. So 440.95.01. So let's go into shell and we can do, what is it? NVIDIA driver update 440.95.01. I wonder if this is good. I don't even know if it's going to work. Let's go to Whirl. Warning, this version is not compatible with kernel 6.1. All right, so kernels, oh, as my phone's like blowing up here. Kernels referring to, that's Hive. I wonder if we do, hang on, Hive replace -L. Okay, let's look here. So I'm looking at the oldest, like I'm looking through these to see like versions for NVIDIA. So we're like up here, 6.1, I think. Where are we at here? Let's look. 6.10. So we're like latest stable version, and it has NVIDIA 535. But if I look like to the bottom, kernel 5.4 has 460, and we wanted 440. So I wonder if 460 will work. Let's actually have Hive replace, put in this older kernel of Hive with the, I mean, that's pretty old, 460, and see if that gets us anywhere. I just hate to manually have to update these drivers. All right, yes. All right, let me let this run. This usually takes quite a few minutes. I'll be back in a minute. Sorry to interrupt your video, but I wanted to give a huge shout out to today's video sponsor, BT Miners. If you're in the market for your next ASIC miner, I highly recommend you go over and check out BT Miners. Last bull run, I purchased my Gold Shell KD Lite as well as my KD Max directly from BT Miners. And just a few months ago, I purchased my Bitmain Antminer D9 directly from BT Miners team. Just recently, I needed my Bitmain Antminer L7 hashboard repaired, and well, BT Miners made it super easy and super convenient. They have a repair facility in New York, and in less than 3 weeks, I had my hashboard back up and mining. Go over and check out BT Miners for mining hardware, repair services, and hosting in the United States. Links to everything directly down below. Now back to our video. All right, so check it out. After the Hive replace finished, look at this. The Tesla K80 actually shows up in here. Now, some things that I see, it's only showing 12 gigabytes of memory versus what we had seen previously. I guess when we were looking here, was it Peck Power Up Tesla K80? So I don't know. I mean, it has the 12 gigabytes, but it's got the X2. So maybe I'm missing something here entirely. But it's only showing in HIVEOS, unless I'm wrong. Correct me guys down below. As I said, I've never had one of these dual cards before. It's only showing like one of the two. But what sticks out right away is, holy cow, look at the temp. So I know there's no fan, but like it's not even mining yet. And it's at 80C, which is nuts. So let me try to get a fan on that rig real quick before we even try to mine with it. Yes, I did just install a 6,000 RPM, right about 220 CFM ASIC fan. I have these from the ASICs that I've been swapping over to the shroud kits over on my ASIC shed. Here, I did plug it right into the board. I hope the board has enough power for it. I'm doing it this way, is what I'm thinking for at first, just kind of sucking the air through the ASIC, but I may need to blow the air over it. We'll try it out. But hey, let's see. Anything's better than where we were. This thing's going to be so loud. Moment of truth. Oh yeah. That's crazy. All right, let's see. So it is blowing the air this way. So I'm hoping it sucks the air right through it, but I think we'll find out. We'll see what happens. All right, so I just reversed the fan. We'll give it a minute to power up, but I was just thinking about this. So here's the other card that we have, and here's that bracket. I wonder if this is very similar to like the FPGAs. Remember, think about the FPGA cards. They have like a bracket on the back, and it's got almost this, like, it almost looks like a turbine or a snail. That's what it looks like to me, those fans that they have on the back. But it, like, I wonder if that's what this bracket is for. If you guys know, leave a comment down below. All right, we're in the software now in HIVEOS, and we're getting better temps. We're down to 71. Let me refresh it though. So, oh, we're 72. We might be getting back to the same point. I think we hit like 76, 77. So pulling the air through it is kind of where the design is now with that fan. But my concern is, I'm just continuing to refresh it, is like, is it going to go crazy? Because I could get an ASIC. I could get an ASIC fan and see how we do with that. I do have some higher CFM fans. We'll see how we do. So, all right, we'll just ignore it for now. Let's see what happens. So I'm trying to think through like what you, that's my alerts going off, my Telegram alerts for the rig coming online. I have that tied in with HIVEOS. So why don't we, I'm trying to think through like back during the 10 series time period, Ethereum was the most popular, but of course you don't have that to GPU mine right now. So maybe we do something like Ethereum Classic. So let's go in and create a flight sheet for Ethereum Classic, I guess. I don't even know if I have a wallet tied to that. Sure we do. We got a whole bunch of different wallets in here for this. Interesting. We're just going to pick one for now. Pool, I guess we'll just do 2 miners. That'll probably be the easiest. USA. And I was gonna say like T-Rex. I just remember that being the most popular then. Tesla K80 ETC. All right, let's create this flight sheet. Dude, without even having like overclock settings or anything, this thing is still like going nuts on temps. It's at 75. Let's just apply the flight sheet. Let's just see what happens. Let's give it a whirl. Damn. So T-Rex miner can't start. T-Rex Tesla K80 is not supported. Oh, all right. Let me mess around with this for a little bit. Let me see what I can figure out. All right. So I had some fun here. I was able to get this working on DYNEX as well. We are only at 1.041 kilohash there. Now our temps are about 60, which is good. Like we're running pretty well. Granted, that thing is loud back there. 112 watts in the software. We are running this on 1.0 miner right now. I'm having a lot of fun with this. I think what I'll probably do is tinker with this a little bit more on the live stream. I think you guys will enjoy this, but I would love to get feedback from you guys. What should I try this on? Have you seen these before anywhere? What do I do with this thing? I mean, I'm just thrilled that we were able to get it working in HIVEOS on an older kernel as well as older NVIDIA drivers. I'm glad all of that worked out. Huge shout out to the Traveler's Travels for sending this over to me. I really do appreciate it. All right, guys, leave comments down below. I'll be taking a look for them. I'll see you guys next time.